Next question, question number 8. I believe that the first 7 questions are very clear. First few questions I solved by method 1, method 2, method 3, where I taught you method 1 as taking the numerical value as 100 in terms of percent in place of percentage. Method 2 we solved it by using successive percentages, and method 3 I solved you by using a concept called as fraction to percentages conversions, and we are trying to implement that method 3 in all our problems so as to reduce our problem solving to a greater extent, right? Time will be very much reduced if you apply that method which I taught you, sir. But let us see some more questions so that you will understand it much more clearly. Now see here, sir. Your question says, if the side of a square is increased by 25%, then its area is increased by what percent? Now, side of a square is increased by 25%. Area of the square is increased by what percent? Area of the square is side into side. That means first side is increased by 25%, 1 by 4. Second side is also increased by 25%, 1 by 4. That means initially the side was 4. In the second case also initially the side is 4. Initial area, you don't need to write all these things, actually I am writing for your understanding. Initial area is 4 into 4, 16. What will be the final area? Final area will be, from 4 there is an increase of 1, side will become 4 plus 1, 5. From 4 there is an increase of 1, side will become 4 plus 1, 5. 5 into 5 is 25. That means initial area is 16. Final area is 25. They are asking you the percentage increase in area. That means initially it was 16. Put it in the denominator. Now 16 is becoming 25. That means from 16 there is an increase of how much? There is an increase of 9. 9 by 16 you should convert back to percentage, right? 9 by 16 you should convert back to percentage. 9 by 16 can also be written as 9 into 1 by 16. Now 1 by 16 is nothing but 1 by 2 into 1 by 8, right? 1 by 2 into 1 by 8 is nothing but 1 by 16. Can I say that 1 by 8 is 12.5? Half of 12.5 is, it is 6.25. Half of 12.5 is 6.25. That means 9 into 6.25 percentage should be the answer. I don't need to actually calculate it because from the answer options I can directly solve it. 9 into 6 is 54. Answer should be greater than 54 because the value here is 6.25, right? Which is more than 6. So first option 25 is ruled out. Third option 40.5 is ruled out. Either it should be 55 or it should be 56.25. Now can I say that 9 into 0.25? 9 into 0.25 is nothing but 2.25 because 8 into 0.25 is 2. 9 into 0.25 is 2.25. For 54 add 2.25. Final answer is 56.25. It is not equal to 55. I hope the idea is very clear for you people, or in simple language you don't even have to calculate 9 into 0.25 also at the end. We understood that. What I understood actually is, what I very clearly understood is 9 into 6 is 54. That means answer should be greater than 54. So first and third options are ruled out. Now I have two more options left. One of them is 55, which is a whole number. Another one is 56.25, which is a decimal number. 9 by 16. 9 by 16 is not a perfect divisible. That means 16 is not a multiple of 9. Because 16 is not a multiple of 9, answer will definitely not be in terms of whole number. Answer should be decimal value. It is nothing but 56.25. That means you don't even have to multiply 9 into 0.25 also, is what I am trying to say in this case. I believe that you are very clear in whatever I am saying here, sir. Every point what I utter, there will be something new for you to learn, and that is what I definitely want you people to learn from all the shortcuts whatever I teach. First 8 questions should be very clear for every student. Question number 9. SSC CGL prelims exam in the year 2005, SSC CGL tier 1 in the year 2010. Question remains the same. but the way you solve that question actually matters. So that is the reason I taught you 3 methods. You pick up the method which you are comfortable, but I am very much impressed with method 3. That is what I want you people also to learn, if you think that you are also very much impressed with that method. If the radius of circle is increased by 50%, radius increases by 50%, 50% is 1 by 2. Area of circle is increased by what percent? Area of circle is pi r square. Pi into r. Pi is a constant quantity, ignore it. R is nothing but it is increased by 1 by 2. This r is also increased by 1 by 2. That means, can I say that initial area is nothing but multiply the denominators. It is 2 into 2, 4. Final area is nothing but 2 is becoming 2 is increased by 1, it becomes 3. 2 is increased by 1, it becomes 3. 3 into 3 becomes 9. Initial area is 4. Final area is 9. That means the percentage increase in area is nothing but initially it is 4. 4 is becoming 9. That means there is an increase of 5. Answer for this question is 5 by 4, but 5 by 4 should be expressed in terms of percentage. 5 by 4 is 4 plus 1 by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 100%. 1 divided by 4 is 25%. 100% plus 25% is 125%. I believe that this should be very clear for you, sir. Sir, this method is very comfortable, sir. Yes, because denominator is initial value. Here also denominator is initial value. That means radius initially was 2. That means 2 square is 4. So initial area is 4, or it is 4 pi for that matter. Forget about that pi. You can take it as 4 pi and 9 pi also. It makes no difference, because here the pi value will get cancelled anyway when I take the ratio. Now initial is 4. Finally it is from 2 there is an increase of 1. That means radius becomes 3. Here also this r is also from 2 there is an increase of 1. Radius becomes 3. So 3 into 3 is 9. 4 is becoming 9. There is an increase of 5. Increase value is written in the numerator and initial value is written in the denominator. Beautiful, sir. This method is very beautiful. But can you please tell if I can solve the same thing by using successive method? Yes, successive percentages method also you can apply, sir. Because why I did not take that? Because I have solved it several times, at least in the first 3 problems, solving in method 1, method 2, method 3. Then we decided that method 3 only we need to stick it on. Now this is nothing but increase of 50%. Another r is also there is an increase of 50%. Whenever there are 2 percentage changes, apply successive percent. A plus b is 50 plus 50. A into b is 50 into 50 divided by 100 percentage. If I further simplify, this is 50 into 1, 50 into 2. 2 into 1, 2 into 25. 100 plus 25. It is finally 125 percentage. The same 125 percentage is what I got in method 1 also in this problem, without using any formula, without taking it as 100 and without using any variables also. You decide which is the best methodology, sir. My role as a teacher is to teach you multiple directions. Your role as a student is to pick up the methodology whichever you think that you are comfortable with. I believe that it is clear for you people. Question number 10. SSC CPO SI examination in the year 2006. Question is, if the length of rectangle is increased by 20% and its breadth is decreased by 20%, then its area increases by 4%, decreases by 4%, decreases by 1%. Fourth option is remains unchanged. Now, one of the way of solving is by successive percentage. Another way of solving, area of rectangle is length into breadth. Length increases by 20%, 1 by 5. Breadth decreases by 20%, 1 by 5. That means initial area is, initial length is 5. Initial breadth is 5. So initial area is 5 into 5, 25. Final area Final length is from 5, there is an increase of 1, it is 6. Final breadth is from 5, there is a decrease of 1, it is 4. 5 into 4 is 20. That means initially it was 25, write it in the denominator. 25 is becoming 20. That means there is a decrease of 5. 5 by 25 is 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is how much? Sorry sir, there might be a mistake. Any mistake? Okay, this is 6 into 4, 24. This is where I have made a mistake here. I wrote 6 into 4 as 20 by mistake. So this all will not cancel in fact. Okay, let me explain once again if you are confused. The initial final length is from 5 there is an increase of 1, it is 6. Yes, this is correct. From 5 there is a decrease of 1, breadth becomes 4. 6 into 4 is 24. This is where I made a mistake. I wrote it as 20 in a hurry. So it is 24. That means initially it was 25. Put it in the denominator. 25 is becoming 24. That means there is a decrease of 1. 1 by 25. I already told you the fraction to percentage. 100 divided by 25 is how much? 4%. Now you have two options. Increases by 4%, decreases by 4%. 25 is becoming 24. That means there is a decrease. Answer is not option A, but it is option B. Question number 11. Question number 11. Two times this has come in the examination, 2007 and 2010. The question remains the same, but the approach is what is important. Again and again I am saying you people, the question keeps repeating, but the way you approach that particular question makes a lot of difference. Question is, if each side of a rectangle is increased by 50%, that means length into breadth is the area. Length is increased by 50. Breadth is also increased by 50. 50% is nothing but 1 by 2. Then its area will be increased by what percent? Same logic. Initial area is 2 into 2, which is 4. Final area is from 2 there is an increase of 1, 3. From 2 there is an increase of 1, 3. 3 into 3, 9. Initially it was 4. Put it in the denominator. 4 is becoming 5. That 4 is becoming 9. That means there is an increase of 5. Put it in the numerator. Same question what we solved, similar kind of question sometime before. 5 by 4 is nothing but 4 plus 1 by 4. So it is nothing but 100 plus 25%. 125%, which is nothing but option B. Now, if you see this particular question, in the question they say that length is increasing by some margin, breadth is increasing by some margin, area will increase by what margin, right? That is what the question says. Now see this question, sir. This kind of question I have discussed in my percentages class as well. Your question is, if the altitude of a triangle is increased by 10%, while its area remains the same. People who have attended my percentage class, I taught you a concept, beautiful concept called as A into B is equal to K, where K is constant, right? Where K is constant. If altitude is increased by 10%, while area remains constant, then its corresponding base will have to be decreased by what percentage? And if K is constant, we knew in that case that A is inversely proportional to B. If A is inversely proportional to B, if one parameter increases, the other parameter will decrease, or if one parameter decreases, other parameter will increase. And I explained the concept in detail in my percentage class. I will not be explaining in detail right now. If the first parameter, if A increases by some fraction called as numerator by denominator, then B should decrease by some fraction. In what fraction B should decrease? Now, whatever numerator you have here, same numerator copy paste here also. That means this NR will become same NR in the B also. Now what is the denominator of B? If the question consists of increase, if the first parameter consists of increase, then you should add these two. What is DR plus NR? You can write only as DR plus NR here. Similarly, A decreases, B increases. Let us say that A decreases by NR by DR. If A decreases, B should increase. By what value it should increase? If the numerator of A is NR, copy paste the same numerator here also. Here also it should be NR. Now, question consists of decrease. Question consists of decrease. If the question consists of decrease, subtract these two and write it in the denominator. It becomes DR minus NR. This concept in detail, how you got it, everything I have explained in my percentage class in detail, sir. If you want to know the proof of it, you can refer to my percentage class video. But I am not interested in proof in this concept or in this question. I am interested in solving the question. Your question is, if the altitude of triangle is increased by 10% while its area remains same, then its corresponding base will have to be decreased by what percent? Area of triangle is half into base into height. Forget about this constant half. Now they are saying that area is constant. That means one of the side is constant. It can also be written as base into height is equal to area. That means, can I say that if the k value is constant or if the area is constant, then base and height are inversely proportional to each other. If base increases, height will decrease, or if height increases, base will decrease. Or in simple language, question says altitude of a triangle increases by 10%. 10% means 1 by 10. If height increases, then base should decrease. By what value it should decrease? I already explained it. If it is 1 in the numerator, copy paste the same 1 in the numerator here also. There is no change in the numerator. Next, what should be the denominator of B? Now, question consists of increase. That means height is consisting of increase. If it is having increase, add these two values. What is 10 plus 1? 11. Put that 11 in the denominator, and I already explained how to convert 1 by 11 fraction into percentage. 1 by 11 is denominator is 11. Answer should be a multiple of 9. 9 into 1 is 9. Answer is 09.09 or 9.09%. Because 9.09 is not given in terms of decimals in given options, answer is 9 1 by 11 percentage. I hope the idea is very clear for you people. How to find in all the previous cases, breadth was given, height was given, area increase, we need to find. Now they are saying that area is constant, so it is not increasing or decreasing, it is stationary, it is constant. If breadth increases, height should decrease, or if height increases, breadth should decrease. Question says height is increasing by 10%, breadth should decrease by what percent? Simple way of analyzing and solving the question. Question number 13. Question number 13. The length and breadth of a rectangle are increased by 12 and 15% respectively. Its area will be increased by what percent? Yes, we have already solved similar type of question, but I want to keep solving it because all these are examination questions. Although numerical values were different in our previous questions, but the questions remain the same. I still want to solve it and show you that how many times this kind of questions had come in the examination previously. So my whole intention of discussing so many questions of similar type is to tell you people that do not ever ignore this kind of problems for your examination. That means question says there is a area of a rectangle is given by length into breadth. Length increases by 12%, breadth increases by 15%. Some people might apply successive. A plus B is 12 plus 15. plus A into B is 12 into 15 divided by 100 percentage. Now some people might apply this logic. 12 plus 15 is 27. 12 into 15. 15 into 10 is 150. 15 into 2 is 30. 180 divided by 100. 180 divided by 100 is 180 divided by 100 is 18 divided by 10, which is nothing but 1.8. So this is giving me 27 and this is giving me 1.8. Answer should be 28.8. But can I also say that this 0.8 is nothing but 4 by 5. 0.8 is nothing but 4 by 5. What is 4 by 5 in terms of percentage? 80%. 80% is 0.8 only, right? So it is 28.8 is nothing but 4 by 5. 28 4 by 5 percentage, which is option B. Sir, why did you solve by successive suddenly? Just to show you that this also can be one of the possible method. Now, I can also solve it in my method too. You decide which is the best method. Length into breadth is area. Length increases by what percentage it is given, sir? Where it is? Just a minute. Oh, I have somewhere come to the end of the screen. Just a minute, sir. Just a minute. Question number 13 is what we were solving. Here it is, sir. This is method 1. We just now solved by using method 1. I don't know how it went to the end of the screen. Nothing to worry. Might be I might have pressed the end button here in the keypad. That's okay, sir. Let us not worry too much about it. Let us continue solving this question by using method 2. You decide which is the best method for you. Length into breadth is area. Length is increased by what percentage? 12%. 12% is nothing but 12 by 100. 4 into 3 is 12. 4 into 25 is 100. Breadth is increased by 15%. 5 into 3 is 15. 5 into 20 is 100. That means 3 by 20. Now, initial area is nothing but 25 into 20, which is nothing but 500. Final area is nothing but from 25 there is an increase of 3. It is 28. From 20 there is an increase of 3. It is 23. 28 into 23, when you multiply, you will get 644. That means initially it was 500. 500 is becoming 644. There is an increase of 144. Now, can I say that this can be written as 144 divided by 5 into 1 by 100. Now, 28 into 5 is 140, right? 28 into 5 is 140. Remaining 4 by 5, I will write it as it is. And 1 by 100 is nothing but percentage. Same answer I am getting both the ways. Now, some students might think that, sir, in this question, multiplying 28 and 23 is little time consuming to get the answer as 644. So, method 1 itself is giving the answer little faster, right, sir? That is the reason I solved in both the methods. That is the reason I kept on saying you people, it is you who is going to decide which is the best method for you. But I can say that if these values 12%, 15%, whatever the percentage values which is given, if the percentage values whatever it will be given in the exam are the values what we have learnt in the starting of this particular topic, then let us go for this beautiful method like this, whatever is visible in the screen right now. But if the method or if the percentage value given in the question is not the values which we have learnt, we did not learn 12%, 15%, so then we will go by successive percentage. So, but ultimately anyway, sir, it is completely in your hands. Any person should be deciding yourself which is the best method for you, and then follow that particular method. Question number 14. Question number 14. SSC CGL prelims exam question in the year 2008. Each side of a rectangular field is diminished by 40%. By how much percent is the area of the field diminished? That means area of rectangle is length into breadth. First side is diminished by 40%. It is 2 by 5. Second side is also reduced by 40%, 2 by 5. Initial area is 5 into 5 is 25. Final area is from 5 there is a decrease of 2, it is 3. From 5 there is a decrease of 2, it is 3. Final area is 9. Initially it was 25. 25 is becoming 9. There is a decrease of 16, but I want to express in percentage. Multiply denominator by 4, multiply numerator by 4. 16 into 4 is 64 divided by 100. Answer is 64%. See how beautiful this method will be, so fast when I know for 40% as 2 by 5. I hope I am making sense. I told you at the end of my 13th question that sometimes when the numerical, the percentage values given are not something which we have learnt, go by successive approximation, successive percentages method. But you can still solve by those problems also using this method. But it all depends upon your calculations level. If you are fast in calculations, you can solve all these even more faster. That is the reason a separate topic called as speed calculations also exist in Anil Nair classes. Fifteenth question. Length of a rectangle is increased by 60%. Length is increased by 60%, 3 by 5. By what percentage would the breadth be decreased? I should decrease the breadth by some percentage. I don't know how much it is to maintain the same area. Area is constant. I already taught you this kind of problems. Numerator here is 3. Copy paste it. Don't even think twice. Copy paste the same numerator. If the question consists of increase, add these two. What is 5 plus 3? 5 plus 3 is 8. Write down that 8 in the denominator of breadth. 3 by 8 convert back to percentage. We already know that 3 by 8 is 37.5%. Answer for this question is 37 1 by 2 percentage, which is nothing but option A. Question number 16. Question number 16. If side of a square is increased by 10%, area of square is side into side. Area will be increased by what percent? First side is increased by 10%, second side is increased by 10%. Initial area is 10 into 10, 100. Final area is from 10 there is an increase of 111. From 10 there is an increase of 111. 11 into 11 is 121. Initially it was 100. 100 is becoming 121. There is an increase of 21. 21 by 100 is 21%. Option B. You can solve it so fast, and believe me, it is my definite promise. I am saying you people, I will definitely bet you people, if you want to, with practice you can solve this question even without pen also. Without using pen you can solve these kind of questions with practice. Question number 17. Question number 17. If the length of a rectangular plot of land is increased by 5%, length increases by 5%. 5% is 5 by 100, 1 by 20. Breadth is decreased by 10%. 10% is nothing but 1 by 10. How much will its area increase or decrease? Area is length into breadth. So this is initial area of the rectangle is denominator 20 into denominator 10. 20 into 10 is 200. Final area of the rectangle is 20 is increased by 1. It becomes 21 into 10 is decreased by 1, it becomes 9. So it is 21 into 9. 21 into 10 is 210. 21 into 9 is subtract 21 from 210. It is 189. That means initially it was 200. Write down the same 200. 200 is becoming 189. That means there is a decrease of 21. Right? There is a decrease of 21. 21 divided by 2 is nothing but how much? 21 divided by 2 is nothing but it is 10.5. 10.5 by 100. 10.5 by 100 is nothing but 10.5 percentage decrease. Is there any mistake, sir? Because no option is matching 10.5 percentage decrease. Oh, say yes, I made a small mistake here. These all small mistakes, sometimes it happen. 200 is becoming 189. That means there is a decrease of how much? There is a decrease of 11, not 21. 189 and 200, what is the difference, sir? Difference is 11. That means there is a decrease of 11. So 11 by 2 is 5.5. 5.5 divided by 100 is 5.5 percentage decrease, which is option B. Question number 18. 18th question. The radius of a circle is increased by 1%. Radius of a circle is increased by 1%. That means, can I say that circle is nothing but how much does the area of circle increase? Circle area is pi into r into r. Now radius increases by 1%, 1 by 100. This radius also increases by 1%, 1 by 100. That means initial area is 100 into 100, 10,000. Final area is from 100 there is an increase of 1, it becomes 101. From 100 there is an increase of 1, it becomes 101. 101 into 101, 10,201. 101 square is 10,201. That means 10,000 was the area initially and it is becoming 10,201. That means there is an increase of 201. I hope I am making sense. Increase of 201. That means this can be written as 201 divided by 100 into 1 by 100. 201 divided by 100, it should be slightly greater than 2, because 200 by 100 is exactly equal to 2. 201 divided by 100 should be very slightly greater than 2. Slightly greater than 2 into 1 by 100 is percentage. Answer is 2.01 percentage. This is exactly the reason I suggest you to take the method which you are comfortable depending on the numbers given in the question, because some people might not know the value of 101 whole square as 10201. If you don't know 101 into 101 as 10201, in that case I told you that please apply successive percentage. Radius increases by 1%. This radius also increases by 1%. Answer is a plus b 1 plus 1 2 into a into b. 1 into 1 is 1 divided by 100 percentage. That means, can I say that this is nothing but a plus b is nothing but 1 plus 1 2. A into b is nothing but 1 into 1. So it is, sorry, a into b, a plus b plus a into b by 100 percentage. That means this becomes a into b is nothing but 1 into 1. Correct only, right? Yes, it is 1 into 1. So I can say that this is 2 plus 1 by 100 is nothing but how much? It is 0.01. 2 plus 0.01 is nothing but 2.01 percentage. Actually, you are getting the answer easier in method 2 by successive percentage for this question compared to method 1, because so many people might not know 101 whole square as 10201. That is the reason I am telling you only should decide which method to apply. But I gave you a small hint also. If the percentage value given in the question is not the percentage value what we have discussed, try applying method 2 by successive percentage rather than solving by the method which I am teaching. But anyway, I am teaching you both the methods in every problem wherever there is a requirement. I hope I am making very clear sense for you people, sir. Question number 19. Question number 19. The length and breadth of a square are increased by 30 and 20 percentage respectively. That means initially it was a square. When I increase by some other different percentages, it becomes a rectangle. That is the meaning. The area of the rectangle so formed exceeds the area of the square by how many units? The area of the rectangle so formed exceeds the area of the square by how many units? Same thing in terms of percentage. They are asking how much it is increased by in terms of percentage. That's all, sir. Nothing else. Area of square is length into breadth. Length into length actually. But let me take it as length into breadth. So length is increased by 30%, 3 by 10. Breadth is increased by 20%, 1 by 5. That means initial area is nothing but 10 into 5, 50. Final area is nothing but from 10 there is an increase of 3, it becomes 13. From 5 there is an increase of 1, it becomes 6. 13 into 6 is how much? It is 78. That means initially it was 50. Write down in the denominator. 50 is becoming 78. There is an increase of 28. But I want to write it in terms of percentage. Denominator should be 100. 50 into 2 is 100. 28 into 2 is 56. 56 by 100 is 56 percentage, which is option D. Fourth option, first option, both were given as 46. Two options cannot be the same answer options. So I changed the fourth option to as 56, which is actually what is given in examination also. Next, now whatever we solved till now with a two-dimensional figure, but in two-dimensional figure mensuration itself, one question we are taking of three-dimensional, which is of no difference at all. If each side of a cube is increased by 40%, find the percentage increase in its surface area. Now, first of all, what is the surface area of cube? We should all know this. Surface area of cube is 6a square, where a is nothing but edge of a cube or a side of a cube. Now 6 is a constant, ignore it. It becomes a into a. One of the side is increased by 40%, 2 by 5. Other side is also increased by 2 by 5. Initial area is the denominator into denominator, 5 into 5, 25. Final area is from 5 there is an increase of 2, 7. From 5 there is an increase of 2, 7. 7 into 7 is 49. Initially it was 25. 25 is becoming 49. There is an increase of 24. But I want to express in terms of 100 as the denominator. 25 into 4 is 100. 24 into 4 is 96. Answer is 96%. It is never a difficulty if you solve by this method, and I also bet you that you can solve all these things in this method without using any formula, and more importantly without using pen, with practice. Question number 21. If the diameter of a circle is increased by 8%, diameter of a circle is increased by 8%, then its area is increased by what percent? Now first of all, diameter is 2 times the radius, correct, right? Ignore this constant. That means diameter is directly proportional to radius. That means if the diameter is increased by 8%, radius also increases by 8%, because they are directly proportional to each other. Area of the circle is pi into r into r. Ignore this pi. This will increase by 8%. 8 by 100. 4 into 2, 4 into 25. This also increases by 8 by 100. It is 2 by 25. So initial area is denominator into denominator, 25 into 25 is 625. Final area is from 25 there is an increase of 2, it becomes 27. Again from 25 there is an increase of 2, it becomes 27. 27 into 27, what is 27 square? 729. That means initially it was 625. 625 is becoming 729. There is an increase of 104. There is an increase of 104. But I want the denominator to have two zeros at the end so that I can convert that as percentage symbol. That means 25 into 4 is 100. 600 into 4 is 2400, right? It is 2400. That means here also multiply by 4. That means I can definitely write it as 104 into 4 is 416 divided by 625 into 4, it is 2500. Write down only 25. That 1 by 100 write it separately, because 1 by 100 is nothing but percentage symbol. Now calculate it. Is it difficult to calculate? Definitely I think it is not difficult to calculate. Why? Because 25 into 16 is 400. So answer option B is ruled out. So but I have 416, that means it should be greater than 400. It should be greater than 400. That, or it should be greater than 16%. Third option is exactly equal to 16, ruled out. Now 16 point something should be the answer. Should it be less than 0.5 or greater than 0.5 or less than 0.5? Now 25 into 16 is 400. Correct, right, sir? 25 into 16 is 400. That means definitely this whole number 16 should come. There is no doubt about it. Now, the next, another 16 is remaining. 16 divided by 25 I am calculating. Now, first of all, what is half of 25? Half of 25 is 12.5, right? But 16 is more than 12.5. That means answer should be greater than 0.5. Half. Answer should be greater than half means 0.46 is not greater than half. It cannot be the right answer. 0.64 is greater than half. Answer is 16.64. That is the reason I told you one more time. I am repeating it, sir. I already told you 8% is something which we did not discuss in fraction to percentage. So instead of struggling all these things, I know successive percentage method also. Apply successive percentage when you get percentage value which we haven't discussed. Apply this kind of method 1 methodology if we get percentage value whatever we have discussed in the starting of this particular topic. A plus B, 8 plus 8 is 16 plus A into B, 8 into 8 is 64. 64 divided by 100 is 0.64. 16 plus 0.64 is 16.64. In these cases, method 2 is giving you the answer fast, but method 1 will give you the answer fast when I get a percentage value, which is something whatever I have discussed in the starting of the class. I understood. I probably believe right now that you understood when to apply this method 1 kind of methodology and when to apply successive percentages kind of methodology. Next question. One side of a square is increased by 30%. Now, one of the side of the square is increased by 30%. Let me call the side of the square as A. A increases by 30%. 30% means 3 by 10. Next, to maintain the same area, that means area should be definitely constant. The other side will have to be decreased by what percent? If A increases, the other side should be decreased, other side B should be decreased to maintain the same area. By what percent? I already taught you this, right, sir? Numerator here is 3. Don't even think twice, copy paste the same numerator. Denominator here is 10. What should be the denominator in B? If the question consists of increase, in A there is increase symbol, so add these two and write it in denominator of B. 10 plus 3 is 13. Answer is 3 by 13. But 3 by 13 should be converted to percentages, right? Should be converted to percentage. Can I say that? 3 by 13 is 3 into 1 by 13. 1 by 13 value we understood approximately it is 7.7 percentage. We already learnt it. 7 into 3 is 21. 7.7 into 3 is 2.1. Answer should be very closer to 23.1, or out of the given options the closest option is 23.5, which is 23 and a half. Answer is very approximately equal to first option, 23.5%. Original SSC level graduate level tier 1 question in 2013. Next question. The length and breadth of a rectangle are doubled. That means area of rectangle is given by length into breadth. Beautiful. Percentage increase in area is how much? Now, length and breadth of a rectangle are doubled. That means, suppose for example, if my initial length is 1, then my length should be double of 1. Double of 1 is 2. That means I should increase by 1 more 1, because from 1 there is an increase of 1. Final length becomes 2. Similarly, if my initial breadth is 1, final breadth also should be 2. That means I should increase by 1 more. So can I say that length increases by 1 by 1, breadth increases by 1 by 1. That means initial area is nothing but new denominator 1 into 1, which is 1. Final area is nothing but, can I say that from 1 there is an increase of 1. So final length is 2. From 1 there is an increase of 1. Final breadth is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. Percentage increase in area is, initially it was 1. Put it in the denominator. 1 is becoming 4. There is an increase of 3. Put it in the numerator. 3 by 1 is nothing but 300%. Answer for this question is option C. Question number 24. The length of a rectangle is increased by 10% and breadth decreased by 10%. Area is length into breadth. Length increases by 1 by 10. Breadth decreases by 1 by 10. The area of the new rectangle is what? Options are given. Same logic. Initial area is 10 into 10, which is 100. Final area is from 10 there is an increase of 1, it becomes 101, into from 10 there is an increase of, sorry, not 101 sir, from 10 there is an increase of 1 means it is 11, not 101, right? From 10 there is an increase of 1, it becomes 11. Similarly, from 10 there is a decrease of 1, it becomes 9. 11 into 9 is 99. That means initial area is 10 into 10, it is 100, right? Initial area is 100. Write down the same 100 in the denominator. Now 100 is becoming 99. That means there is a decrease of how much? Decrease of 1. 1 by 100 is 1%. That means the new rectangle will have the area decreased by 1%, which is nothing but option D. Question number 25. On increasing each side of a square by 50%, the ratio of area of new square formed and the given square will be how much? Area of new square formed and the given square will be how much? Now, suppose for example, you solved by using method 1. Method 1 by taking some 100 as number, something like that. Now, suppose I will assume that my side of a square, right? My side of old square, let me take it as 10 units, right? Let me take it as 10 units. Now, on increasing each side of a square by 50%, what is 50% of 10? It is 5. That means 5 increase. So, side of a new square side will be increased by 5 from 10. That means it becomes 15 units. Now, area of new square to the area of old square. Area of new square divided by area of old square. Area of new square is, it is nothing but side square. It is 15 square. Area of old square, it is 10 square. So this is nothing but 3 by 2 into 3 by 2, which is nothing but 9:4. The ratio is nothing but 9:4. Now, this is one of the methodology which you can implement. Option D should be the correct answer. Original SSC CGL Tier 2 exam question in the year 2015. You take any side. I took the side as a 10 and 50% of 10 is 5 increase from 10, it becomes 15. Any side, whatever you want, you can take it and solve it. Now, this is one of the method. Another way of solving, you don't even have to assume any value. You don't even have to assume the side as 10 or 7 or 8 or whatever it is. Can I say that on increasing each side of the square by 50%, that means length of the side is increased by 50%. Another length of the side is also increased by 50%. Now, the ratio of area of new square to that of old square. First of all, initial area, old square area is 2 into 2 is 4. New square area, that means final area is 2 is becoming 1 increase 3. 2 increased by 1 3. 3 into 3 is 9. Final by initial 9:4. Directly you are getting right. See method 1, see method 2. Method 1 you are assuming something and then calculating. Method 2 there is no need to assume anything. This is the beauty of method 2. You are not assuming side as 10. You are not assuming side as 15. Or you are not taking some other value for the initial side as some 20 or 100 or whatever it is. You don't even need to do all these things. Initially it is 2. Initially it is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. Okay, initial area is 4. Final length is 2 is becoming 1 increase 3. 2 is becoming 1 increase 3. 3 into 3 is 9. They are asking you final by initial. Answer is 9:4. Why do you want to do all those things which are not required? Question number 26. Question number 26. If each edge of a square be doubled, then the percentage increase in its area. Now see here, sir. Same logic once again. Area is length into length of a square. Now, initial length, let me take it as 1. But if the initial length is 1, that side should be doubled. Question says that side should be doubled. That means, can I say that 1 should become 2? That means I should increase by 1 more unit, because from 1 if I increase by 1, final value becomes 2. Same case here also. Initially if it is 1, from 1 if it is increased by 1, final value becomes 2. That means the initial area is denominator into denominator, 1 into 1, 1. Final area is 1 is becoming 2, 1 is becoming 2, 2 into 2, 4. Initially it was 1, 1 is becoming 4. That means there is an increase of 3. There is an increase of 3. 3 by 1 is nothing but 300 percentage. You don't even have to apply successive percentage, or you don't even have to take let the side of the square be 10. Area will be 10 square 100. New side is double the original old side, so it becomes 20. Area is 20 square 400. Change in area is nothing but earlier it was 100, now it is 400. 300 increase. 300 divided by 100, it is nothing but, so it is 300%. You don't even have to do all these things. I hope I am making sense. This is a beautiful method, sir. Numbers are reduced to a greater extent in this methodology. Next, question number 27. Please see the source. Coming forward to the examination, SSC CGL Tier 2 exam in the year 2015. If the radius of a circle is increased by 5%, then its area will increase by what percent? Area of circle is pi into r into r. Forget about pi. So it is 5% means it is 1 by 20. This also is nothing but 1 by 20. So initial area is the denominator into denominator, 20 into 20, 400. Final area is 20 is increased by 1, 21. 20 is increased by 1, 21. 21 into 21 is 441. That means initially it was 400. I will write that 400 in the denominator as 4 into 100. Finally it became 441. That means there is an increase of 41. 41 divided by 4 is nothing but 10.25. 1 divided by 100 is nothing but percentage, which is nothing but option A, original SSC CGL Tier 2 question in 2015. Is it difficult? I definitely think it is not difficult for you, sir. Last question of this topic. Last question. SSC CGL Tier 1 re-examination question in the year 2015. The percentage increase in the area of rectangle is how much if each of its side is increased by 20%. Area of rectangle is length into breadth. Length is increased by 20%, 1 by 5. Breadth is increased by 20%, 1 by 5. Initial area is nothing but 5 into 5, 25. Final area is nothing but, from 5 there is an increase of 1, it is 6. From 5 there is an increase of 1, it is 6. 6 into 6 is 32. Initially it was 25. 25 is becoming 36. Increase of 11. But I want to express in terms of percentage. By 100 should be the denominator. Into 4 into 4. 11 into 4 is 44. Divided by 100 is 44%. So beautifully you can solve all these questions without using pen, and that too within seconds, if you practice at least 10 questions of similar type. I am damn sure that from the 11th question, you yourself will say that I don't need pen here. Let me drop the pen on the paper. Let me try to solve it in my mind. I am doing it faster in my mind, and you will do it, sir. Believe me, you will do it. There is nothing called as you cannot do it. You will do it with practice, and I am damn sure about it. I hope this particular topic of percentage change in area, with these 28 questions, first we started discussing fraction to percentages conversion. After that we have discussed successive percentages concept. Then I taught you percentage change concept by using some cost price, selling price concept and other things. And I also told you that denominator is always your initial value, numerator is always how much increase or how much decrease from the initial value. Then we started with our problems. We easily solved all the varieties of problems which was asked in the examination. Out of 28 questions, whatever I have solved, out of 28, all the 28 are examination questions, sir. I did not even take any one question out of 28 questions, which is not an exam question. Yes, the problem might be repetitive in nature in this topic, but I definitely want to show you that it is repetitive in examination also. That is the reason I have taken that many questions. I hope the idea is very clear for you people, sir.